We're coming to you today from North Ocala. We're going to be on the Scrambler. You know, this beautiful piece of machinery right here. She's looking good. A little dirty, but dirt never hurt anybody. We're going to be taking a little trip today, as always. And do I have a treat for you? Little hidden gem of Florida. Not so hidden anymore because, everybody's going there nowadays. But we got something in store for you today. So we're going to hop on the Scrambler. We're going to head up north on the 441 here. And yeah.
We're on our way to Micanopy, often called the oldest inland town in Florida. Founded in 1821, it was named after a Seminole chief and quickly became a trading hub in the 19th century. Today, the town is home to just a few hundred residents, but it's packed with charm, antique shops, moss-draped oaks, and streets that have doubled as film sets in movies like Doc Hollywood. Small in size, but rich in character, Micanopy is a place where history lingers in every corner.
Okay, so we are pulling into the south side of Micanopy, Florida. As the title of the video suggests, we are going to be going to Micanopy. Yay! So, right here is one of the main roads going into Micanopy. It's going to be kind of a flashing yellow light, or it is going to be a flashing yellow light. You can also enter on the southern part here. Well, I kind of wanted to go down this main road and get some good views of it. Up here on the right is going to be Pearl's Barbecue and Country Store. The barbecue in there is mighty fine. I've had it quite a few times, and it never disappoints. So here is the beautiful Micanopy. Micanopy is, I believe, from what I was reading, one of the longest inhabited settlements in the interior of Florida, not on the coast. So you're thinking, hey, what about St. Augustine? That's the longest one. Yeah, on the coast. This is interior Florida. So yeah, it's cool old Micanopy. A lot of cool old stuff. There's the Micanopy Museum. There's tons of antique stores in here. All these beautiful old oak trees with Spanish moss. It's just your picturesque Florida town. That's the Hurlong Mansion. And here's going to be the main portion of Micanopy. You do have some neighborhoods, or a neighborhood that goes down back there with a bunch of streets that people live on. Like I was saying, there's tons of antique stores. Looks like they're doing some road stripe painting. And it's just a cute little historic town in Florida.
As you continue down the main thoroughfare in Micanopy, you come to a bend in the road that leads you to the Tuscaloosa Preserve. The Tuscaloosa Preserve stretches out across 600 acres of wild Florida, a landscape that changes with the seasons. In the summer rains, the prairies swell into a shallow lake, alive with herons and ibis. In the dry months, it shrinks back into a grassland, where deer wander through the open fields and otters slip between pools. The trails here lead through oak and magnolia hammocks, shaded by ancient trees, and out to an overlook, where you can see the prairie breathing with the rhythm of the land. But this place is more than just nature. It carries the memory of the Seminole, who knew it under Chief Micanopy. Walking here, you're moving through the same ground where culture, water, and the wildlife have always been and bound together. Micanopy's historic cemetery dates back to 1826 with more than 2,000 burials, including Civil War veterans. Across town, Haynes Memorial, established in the 1870s as the burial ground for black residents. Together, the cemeteries reflect the community's long and complex past. By this point in the ride, I was getting hungry. Micanopy is small, but it has a few local spots worth checking out. Since it was early in the week, some places were closed, and I wanted something different from Pearl's Barbecue. That led me to the Coffee and Cream, a cozy cafe in the heart of town with a limited menu and ice cream if you're in the mood for a treat. I went with the egg salad sandwich served with a bag of chips, simple, satisfying, and the perfect stop before getting back on the road. As I wandered through Micanopy, I stumbled across a few filming locations from Doc Hollywood, the movie starring Michael J. Fox. First, I stopped at the building used as the mechanic's garage and noticed that the call box from the film was still hanging in the window. a small but striking reminder of its place in cinema. Just a short walk away was the house they used as the hospital, with the old signs still displayed on the wall. Seeing these little remnants made the town feel alive with stories, past and present. After soaking it all in, I decided it was time to head home, especially after a long shift at work the day before.
All right, and I think that's going to do it for us today in Micanopy. As always, if you like the video, feel free to subscribe and like the video, comment, tell me anything you like. No pressure, no pressure. But if you would like to, I would definitely appreciate you supporting me. But yeah, so we're going to head out. Most of that video is probably, you probably already know. It's already all probably voiced over, just because there's just not a whole lot open, and I don't know. I just kind of rode around and recorded stuff. Didn't really have much to say, so I'm gonna probably go in with some information and zhuzh it up. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next ride. Stay safe out there, and have a good day.